Guys, I'm here to give you fresh updates concerning the four-nation tournament that would involve Ghana and Nigeria. England is out and they have been replaced by another country. We are going to talk about that. And I'm also going to talk about something Nigerians did for Victor Osimhen that I'm happy about, because in Ghana here, we did it for our star boy amongst many others. So please make sure to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Adam. I'm a Ghana boy, so please make sure to support. Now, quickly, let's jump into it and talk about what Nigerians did for Victor Osimhen that impressed me a lot. Guys, let's check out this video. So guys, that is a mural of Victor Osimhen at Ojota, Lagos. And for me, this is beautiful. In Ghana here, we have the same thing for Mohamed Kudus. You see, when you like a player, you do whatever you have to do to make sure the player is celebrated enough. We don't have to wait for these players to go through something tragic before we start talking about them. We need to celebrate them once they are alive. So for me, I like this. This is a very beautiful thing to do for any player, especially a key player for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So I actually love it. So now let's move away from that and talk about the four-nation tournament. Now, the four-nation tournament is called the Unity Cup. And the news we are getting is that England are out. Now, in my previous video, when I talked about this particular four-nation tournament, I told you guys that it was Ghana, it was Nigeria, it was Jamaica, and also England. Now, England are out and they have been replaced. The country replacing England in this particular four-nation tournament is Trinidad and Tobago. And then their FA president has given fresh updates concerning the tournament, saying that the tournament will not be played in June. It will rather be played in May. Now, the first game would be between Ghana and Nigeria on the 27th of May. And also on the same day, Jamaica is going to play against Trinidad and Tobago. So on the same 27th of May, two games, Ghana versus Nigeria, Trinidad and Tobago versus Jamaica. Now, the winners from these two games are going to fight for the first position, and that game will be played on the 31st of May. The losers are going to fight for the third and fourth place, and that particular game would be played on the same 31st of May. So it's just two games, and I'm happy we are playing this. We need to send our banter to the world stage, and it pains me that, England is not going to be there. It would have been more nicer, but I mean, it would be more spicier if they added South Africa to the mix. But then it is an affair between brothers, Ghana versus Nigeria. So guys, this is fresh update concerning the four-nation tournament that will be held in England. It is not in June, rather the ending of May, on the 27th of May, Ghana versus Nigeria. You need to mark your calendars. It's very important. And also, England are not part. So now we have a new addition, and that is Trinidad and Tobago. So guys, this is the update concerning the four-nation tournament. Now, let's move away from that and talk about the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He has been summoned by the NSC, the National Sports Commission of Nigeria. And I'm sure discussions were held concerning the games that were played during the international break, especially when Nigeria drew 1-1 with Zimbabwe. And at this point, you see, the coach needs all the support he can get. I hope it is not a situation where they want to investigate a lot of things. No, they need to support him. I don't know what actually went on when it comes to details of the meeting, but looking at the video, looking at the smiles, looking at the engagement, body language and everything, I feel like it is a positive one. It is a more supportive one for me. And I think the coach needs all of this because it is still possible. I know people feel like it is over, but then it is still possible. Now, the reason why I feel like it's possible is because of this 3-point deduction. It is picking grounds. It is picking grounds. Now, what I hear is that Lesotho were not able to submit their appeal early. So a lot of people or a lot of reports you see out there, you see that they claim Lesotho withdrew their claim or their report. But what we hear is that it wasn't reported in a speculated time. It wasn't reported within that time. There is a time frame for you to report such cases. But regardless of the fact, the rule is the rule. And FIFA are the only ones going to make the final judgment. So Nigerians believe that at the end of the day, things are going to go well for them, especially when there is a 3-point deduction. But then when there's a 3-point deduction, the points will go to Lesotho. Let's not forget. It's not like the point would be somewhere else. The points will be given to Lesotho. So that means that Lesotho will now have 9 points in that group and they go above Nigeria. Nigeria rather drop from 4th to 5th place. Yes. And that makes the group an even group. In fact, everybody has a fighting chance thereafter. But South Africans are having confidence because the rest of their games will be played in South Africa. But the big question, in fact, the reality check for Super Eagles of Nigeria is, can they go away and beat South Africa? That is the question. That is the only question we are asking. So guys, this is the updates I'm also picking up on the 3-point deduction for South Africa. And the explanation is also coming from a South African. You can see the whole thing here. I picked up the report, I read it, and he explained that, within the time frame where Lesotho was supposed to lay the complaint, they were not able to do that. But then the rule is still the rule. And if FIFA decides to act on it, they go by the book. So guys, this is the update that has to do with the 3-point deduction. Now, let's talk about our cousins, Kenya. In fact, what is happening in Kenya is mind-boggling, and I want to talk about it very, very quickly. Now, Kenya have suspended their goalkeeper, Patrick Matasi, amidst an ongoing investigation into an alleged match fixing. Matasi was at fault for the 2 goals in a match against Cameroon with a duo of outrageous saves. Now, guys, the highlight is on your screen here, but then this keeper is being noted for making some crazy mistakes in football as a goalkeeper. Just watch this highlight. So guys, you have seen the highlights, and this keeper is making runs. In fact, he's putting Kenya on the map for a very bad reason. And I feel sad for the goalkeeper because there is a video evidence of him negotiating. And this is becoming serious. This is becoming serious. Match fixing is becoming serious. And the way he saved it. And this brings my mind to Richard Oforio of Ghana, the mistakes he did in AFCON. His looks like, like a mistake on its own. But this keeper looks like he voluntarily decided to make those mistakes. And guys, you have seen the videos. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think the keeper did the mistakes on intention or unintentionally? Let me know your answer down below in the comments, because our cousins, South Africa, our cousins, Kenya, South Africans, our cousins, Kenya, Ghana and Nigeria, our cousins, Kenya, are misbehaving. And we need to talk about it. So guys, let me know your thoughts about all this down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, you go vibe.